Hey guys, this is Camir Ricketts, founder of Minds of Jamaica. I'm here with Mr. Kelsey Jones himself, one of the newest additions to the Minds of Jamaica team. He's working at University of Wisconsin as what's the official title?
International Admissions Counselor.
International Admissions Counselor. So I heard from a lot of you guys that you want to find out more about studying abroad, how do you get to study abroad, what that process is like. So I was lucky enough to engage with Mr. Jones about that. This is what he does on a day in, day out basis. So he's gonna come on board, share some of his knowledge and expertise in that area with you guys. We just finished recording earlier a series that, the first of a series that we hope to start, which will be some of his presentations about how you apply to schools in the US, how do you look at financial aid, all that good stuff. So I'll let him introduce himself further.
Hey everyone, again, my name is Kelsey Jones. Like I said, I'm working at the University of Wisconsin La Crosse, and I'm an international admissions counselor. This guy sitting right next to me is a big reason why I do what I do. Many of you don't know, we went to university together, and so
no doubts.
University of Georgia, and my degree is in international affairs, and so being within international student life in the Caribbean Student Association, as one of the part of the leadership team during that time, really got involved in that and just kind of spurred my passion for working with international students. I continue with that to this day, and so part of this opportunity is I reached out to Camir, and just what he was doing with Minds of Jamaica I thought was an amazing concept, and seeing what he was doing for students and their opportunities and thinking, okay, what's something that I might be able to add there, and I just thought, okay, if students are interested in studying abroad, that's my area of expertise. There's a lot of pitfalls, it's kind of a minefield for students that don't really know what's going on. And a lot of times students are looking towards agents, they don't know really where to go. So I'm thinking this might be an opportunity to kind of help you navigate that a little bit. So a lot of the content I'll be providing on the Minds of Jamaica platform is going to be to help you do that. You can always reach out on that platform to me as well for any of that content. The content we shared earlier was specifically for undergraduate students, just kind of a general college admissions process, a lot of general overview information. We hope to get more in-depth, more specifics with that in the platform in a future date, with even more various topics going on as well. Yeah. We also want to hear from you. Yeah. The questions that you put forth in the platform, that can help us figure out exactly what content needs to be put out there. So hearing from you in that platform is going to be big for us.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I know a lot of you guys want to find out more about this process. I had a quick question for you though, Kelsey. Mm-hmm. Like, what is one of the biggest, most popular misconceptions you find among like international students in applying to school in the US?
I would say there's really two big ones that I see a lot. The biggest one, and I touched on this in the presentation a little bit, is rankings. When students are looking to select an institution, that word of mouth is huge, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of value in that, but a lot of students will look towards rankings and look at, well, this university is ranked this university is ranked this overall, but then they stop there. I'm not saying don't look at rankings. What I'm saying is if you start there, keep going. Get in touch with that university, see if it's that, because the amount of times I've seen students will go to a university, not like it because they didn't do that extra research, and then end up transferring over, and by transferring you lose credits, you increase the amount of time it takes you to graduate. So there's a lot of things that can happen there. So I just say if you put in a little extra work further on, that can really help. So that's a huge misconception I see, relying too solely on rankings. It's a good starting point, but you don't want to keep going forward just because we don't have one standard ranking board across in the US. There's so many different ones. There's a lot of things that go into those rankings, including things. It's a really complicated process, trust me. So it's not as easy as people think. The second thing is scholarships. The idea of a full ride is a huge misconception. Mm-hmm. They exist, don't get me wrong, they do exist, but it is extremely rare. You have to be a very, very high achieving student, and I'm sure there are plenty of minds out there, potential students coming into the Minds of Jamaica platform that's going to be high achieving, very high academics, and some of you may be able to get full scholarships in a variety of ways, but the majority of students, that's just not a reality. And so there are scholarship opportunities, and helping you find that is kind of what Minds will be able to do. They'll provide some of that information. I can give you some tips and tricks on how to find some of those opportunities as well. That'll pay for a lot of your costs. But the idea of a full ride is not nearly as prevalent as students may think.
So I guess one of the good functions of you and your knowledge is that you can help them kind of find all the different locations that in summation can equal to covering most of the expenses. So part scholarship here, some internship here, we were saying external scholarships and so on. So that's probably some of the benefit of having some of your expertise in that area. So super excited, guys. We'll look out for more information about that. We'll listen to you guys and see what works and what doesn't as we go along. But happy to have you, Kelsey, as a mine, and we'll continue to try to find better ways to bring you guys the information that you want. All right, we're heading out.